Hey everyone, so New Jersey Governor Chris Christie came out again to talk about marijuana, something he knows nothing about. Instead of going through all the baseless assumptions he makes about the potential for abuse of marijuana, I just want to focus on one thing for now, and that is that he is a Republican. Are Republicans not the party of small government? I ask this sarcastically, of course, because it's obvious they're not anymore, but nobody ever calls people out like Chris Christie on that topic. Republicans were supposed to be for small government. They were supposed to recognize that government causes more problems than they solve. They were supposed to be the party that understood the horrible unintended consequences of government, and even if government is trying to act benevolent, it almost always ends in disaster and makes whatever the situation was far worse. That's what Republicans are supposed to be, and Chris Christie is the shining example of how the Republican Party is now just a vapid, empty shell with no core philosophy whatsoever. And by the way, to be fair, there are tons of Democrats that are as nuts as Christie on this topic as well. But let's take an extreme hypothetical situation and assume Christie is correct on marijuana, and it really is this terrible drug, which it's obviously not, but let's just assume. So even if marijuana is as bad as Christie says, what right does he or anyone else in government have to throw people in cages for using it? Even if marijuana has a high potential for abuse and no medicinal value, Christie does not have the right as a human being to throw other human beings into cages like animals for consuming it. If using marijuana makes you a bad person, then what does it make you if you point a gun at someone's head, take them away from their friends, family, job, and community, and throw them into a cage? That makes you downright psychopathic. The use of marijuana, or any other substance for that matter, boils down to a human being's natural right. Now that's not to say that some substances aren't a waste of time and can lead to horrible outcomes, but as long as you're not harming another person, you have the right to make poor decisions. Now if your friends, family, or community want to help you get off drugs, that's perfectly fine, but where the hell do politicians like Chris Christie get off on being the arbiter of morality when, like I said, he favors destroying lives of people who have plant matter in their pocket? It's as simple as that. Besides all this, Christie is also talking about the opioid epidemic as well, as if federal drug laws have nothing to do with that problem. Sorry, but by making marijuana Schedule 1, meaning it has no medicinal value and a high potential for abuse, then you automatically increase the probability that the average person who may have benefited from marijuana will have no choice but to take some form of heroin in a pill. So how dare Chris Christie point to people's potential freedom of using marijuana as a part of the problem? Ignorant people in government like Christie is the crux of these problems, and no one should be confused about this. Thanks, and that's all.